Yes, hello tradies. It is your time. It is Mitch's segment. It is Just Quickly. Who have we got first, Mitchell?
Second best part of the week outside of Thursday night footy. Luke has kicked us off.
G'day, lads. Love the pod. Love what you're doing. Very good. Just quickly,
What we got there?
Zach Butters is quite strong. His message towards Hawthorn after the game, even when it's finished, the siren's gone, he's basically, well, we kind of know what he said. There's no way he's coming to Hawthorn, is there? Not after that.
Well, that was just quickly.
Does Luke Barrick for Port Adelaide? Sounded like it. Dale Thomas moved from Collingwood to Carlton. So I don't think there's any. You buy into this stuff more than I do.
My question with Hawthorn and Zach Butters, Darley's a long way from Dingley. There's a lot of closer footy clubs in Melbourne to Darley than Dingley. And the
Darley being back as Marsh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cars sort of, pretty quick these days.
I see it's like you don't get on the Titanic and go across
I think
across the bay.
Being in your home state is probably the most important thing, isn't it? I mean, Dylan Shield, when he went to Essendon, moved back to where he grew up, which is, I think, Bayside Brighton.
Yeah.
With his partner and now wife, I think. And then realised pretty quickly that he had to make the drive from Brighton to Tullamarine and back every day. But he got through it.
That's fair.
/ he's getting through it. What's Bacchus Marsh to
Dingley?
To Dingley.
We're recording this at 9 a.m. in peak hour traffic time. I'm a massive Google Maps guy.
You got to use Waze. You got to go on Waze.
Nah,
Waze is better. Waze more.
Waze is it uses the Google Maps.
Holy shit! It's an hour and 22 minutes. One way.
You wouldn't be able to live there.
It's a good point from Luke.
No, I made that point. Luke was making the point that he's more invested at Port.
That's a good point from Luke. Let's get to Jasper.
Mitch and Scoop, long time, first time. Just quickly,
Ooh.
I've noticed in the media centre
that
Mitch, you're very social, chatting to the print journos and media managers and radio producers. I'm just wondering why Sam avoids everyone and hides away in the AW box. Haven't seen him chatting to anyone out there, really. So if you have any idea, Mitch, let me know. Cheers, boys.
When Sam removes his jumper from his face to hide his embarrassment, he's going to answer that question.
I'm very shy. And so I like to just keep to myself. But that's not true. I do socialise. I do. I like running into you and
we don't cross
Ben
over
Cameron and Corbin from
the
ABC and Brooksy from SEN.
Yeah.
Who else do I like running into?
That's about it.
Get to see my old mate Jared. I think that's about it. Richo, I get to see Richo, who's sometimes doing, g'day, Scoop, how are you, mate?
It's a great point from Jasper.
It's not a great point for it. And by the way, is Jasper in the industry?
He is accredited. I know who Jasper is.
I don't know who Jasper is.
Should I be revealing his full identity? Or?
No, don't do that. We might get sued. Okay, well.
Great, Jasper.
I take umbrage to that, but it's semi-accurate.
But glad that he acknowledged that I'm out there sort of socialising and at least engaging with others.
I don't care.
Francis.
Tradies, I hope you're well. I have a left field draft suggestion for you. Just quickly. We always talk about how the team that finishes bottom, worst team in the comp, they get the number one pick. Should they split it? Should they trade in an established player and get a good pick like West Coast have done? Or do they keep it for that one superstar also like West Coast have done? What if we gave more buying power and flexibility to that team? So you could either have pick number one or you could have, pick 5 and 6. Or maybe it's 1 or your choice of 4 and 10. Then if you take 4 and 10, the team that finishes 17th goes up to pick number 1 because you got second crack at it. There's always ways to make it more complex, but keen to hear your thoughts as an idea so that the clubs don't have to get absolutely shafted at the trade table if they want to get rid of pick 1 in case there's a decent option. Keen to hear your thoughts.
So just a warning for Francis. I've only had one coffee so far this morning, and That voice message actually blew my mind. I think my head just exploded.
Too complex.
I lost track halfway through.
He's essentially saying, like if you're West Coast in your shit house,
Yeah.
you get pick one, or if you don't like what you're looking at, you can get pick 4 and 6, for example.
No, I don't like it.
I'm not massive on it either. The only thing is, there's not always a club that has multiple first-round picks to be able to trade with you.
Yeah. And the West Coast is a bad example because they'll stuff it up either way.
Sam.
Sorry.
Are you going to be allowed in WA? When's the last time you were there?
Hope Gather Round doesn't move from South Australia to Western Australia. I'm part West Australian. Cottesloe was my home for 3 weeks with Jake Nile.
It's a great spot down there.
The Cott Hotel, the OBH. They were my locals. Don't look at me like that, Link.
Coming to Freo.
Freo, and Freo's a little bit more indie, like me, so that's a little bit more edgy. So I liked it there.
What's better, Freo or Glenelg? They give off similar vibes to me.
I don't think I've been to Glenelg.
Oh, you need to get the tram out there.
I'm not rushing back to South Australia.
Stu has given us the latest just quickly.
Hey boys, big fan of the show. Just quickly, with Luke Jackson being spotted in Melbourne this weekend, is it the perfect time, with all eyes in South Australia, to make your little trip over here to Melbourne to meet with clubs?
Oh boy.
Just thought it was an interesting one that he was here and not anywhere else. Thanks.
Goodness gracious.
Wow. How have we taken this long to get to Stu?
Mitch is actually just about to leave. he's going to go chase down Luke Jackson.
He's ringing the COS now to get a camera. So he was here. So
just for people who don't know the industry, COS is Chief of Staff. It's an acronym that the cool cats use.
So is he saying because Freo play in Melbourne this week?
I think that's what he means.
Or is he meaning in gather round when Freo weren't playing, he was here with his partner?
I took the former.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what I took it to be. But maybe Stu's got good mail.
Interesting.
The Luke Jackson Cup this weekend.
Luke Jackson is on the whiteboard.
Well, you couldn't leave Freo to go to Melbourne right now, could you? Like the Chad Warner leaving Sydney to go to West Coast. You couldn't do that.
What if he has desires to be in Victoria?
Get over it. He's from Freo.
He's Freo boy.
You can't use the go home factor and then use the go away factor. You can't do both.
Kurt Tippett sort of did the go home factor, then got halfway to Sydney.
Yeah. We should revisit Kurt Tippett as a nuts and bolts, as in the payout with the ankle injury and interesting times.
He's on the Suns board. He may have been.
I'm sorry, what?
He's on the Suns board.
Kurt Tippett's on Gold Coast board.
Correct.
That
he may have.
I did not know that.
He was part of the crew that ticked off the pink jumper.
I love him then. I think he's a visionary.
How do we get him on?
No, we don't do guest.
Okay.
Thanks, Stu. Interesting point. And last, but certainly not least, is John.
Just quickly, fellas. This one's probably more for you, Sammy, as the cafe correspondent of the two. With all the talk about players meeting rival clubs, coaches and list managers at the moment, presumably in cafes, what do you think the etiquette is around ordering food for these meetings?
Good point.
I was thinking about impressing a list manager with a really good chili scramble. Maybe you want a toasty, so free up your hands, free up your mouth a little bit so you can just chat contracts, scoff it and get to business. Maybe you want to power move a list manager, order a big breakfast. They've gone for the toasty, they've gone for a single poached egg, and you come out with the full spread. Might put an extra 0 on your contract if they're impressed. Keen to know your thoughts.
One of the great questions from John.
Big breakfast has an aura about it.
Yeah, the big breakfast, the problem is it's a commitment.
You don't want to go hard. You don't want to sort of get
You don't want to go too hard too early. The toasty's a mistake, particularly with the cafes these days like to use the thicker bread. And so it ends up being a bit crunchy. You get some stuck in your teeth. It's a mistake.
The bread to ingredients ratios.
Yeah, no good. I think if you don't want the knife and fork breakfast, you've got to go for a wrap.
Okay.
Yep. Mild joint, Upton Girl on Upton Road in Windsor. Bit sort of indie, bit edgy.
What do you do at these meetings?
Do the best bacon, egg and bacon wraps.
Asking for a friend, what do you do at these meetings if you don't drink coffee?
You have tea.
What if you don't like tea?
Drink water.
Okay. So no hot chocolate, no milkshake.
So if I was a recruiter and you were the player and you ordered a hot chocolate or a milkshake, I'm like, I'm leaving halfway through the meeting and you're going off my whiteboard.
Maybe we should go through our whiteboards and work out what the brekkie order would be one week.
I think the chili scrambled's a solid option because it's masculine enough, but yet you're still getting the flavour. You know, there's different versions of the chili scrambled. I messaged the group? So my local cafe now, Mammoth. Did I tell you this, or was I messaging the wrong WhatsApp group? I swear as I get older, I'm getting crazier. A woman in front of me ordered the chili scramble without chili.
Oh, you did say that. That's just scrambled eggs.
That's called scrambled eggs.
Yep.
There's no chili. Why would you order the chili scramble, hold the chili? That's like ordering a scotch and soda without scotch. It's just soda.
Yep.
Very, very confusing. Also, on the whiteboard, I can't believe we forgot it for this week. Can we circle around link for next week? Sam Mitchell last night on Footy Classified.
Yeah,
talked about the Hawthorn whiteboard.
The green, orange, and red lights.
Green, orange, and reds. Can we steal that and use it for? Yeah. Like when we know they're about to go, can we
green light them?
Can we green light them? So I just because I know Sam listens to this show, and I know he's Lieutenant Matt Dixon.
I was waiting for another Matt Dixon
who was at Footy Classified last night, by the way.
He was. He went in.
Yeah, as in he almost sat at the desk. He followed Sam that closely. I just so for Sam and Matt, when you're listening, I just like you to know we are stealing the green, orange, and red lights, and we're repurposing it on tradies, and we will use it as our own. Thank you.
Goodbye.
It's a good place to finish. Just quickly, we'll see you next week.